A lot of people, when you sit down, what you're doing is effectively you're folding that tissue and you're shortening the tissue. So it's sitting in a shortened position for prolonged periods of time, and your body adapts to what you do. So the more you're sitting in that shortened position, the more you're encouraging that tissue to be short. But you might think, yeah, but I'm physically active, you know, I'm doing all of this training and everything. But you have to think about it. When you contract tissue, right, what are you doing? You're shortening it. So you're spending all day training, and then you're traveling from one place to another. So there's not many places in your schedule where you're actually working on extending and stretching out that tissue. So what's going to happen? It's just going to build into tightness and tightness and tightness. And what happens when tissue gets tight? Blood doesn't flow through as well as it would with other areas. So you'll get lactic acid that build up, you get basically like metabolic waste which starts to collect in those areas, and they start to feel sore, they start to feel achy, the tissue doesn't feel good. And when we do the dry cupping in your hip, you'll see it, because we'll literally lift up all of that tissue and we'll flush it out, and you'll see how it feels after. You'll feel like refreshed, right? And that's not just for you. Like I said, anyone who sits down, who's in an office job or desk-based, whatever you're doing when you're sitting down for long periods of time, and even when you're standing on your feet a lot of times as well, you're contracting those muscles because you have to use your lateral hip to do that. So it's to stabilize. And that's why I always say to a lot of people, like, you know, come and have maintenance treatment, check yourself out, because there's some things which you might not clock are happening in your body, and then people say, oh, well, it didn't hurt until you pressed on it, that's when it felt super sore. And it was like, yeah, but there's a reason why it's hypersensitizing. We're helping your body recognize, or helping you recognize what needs to be worked into. So yeah, that's why you're in pain.